Fun fact, the air you're breathing right now may contain the very thing that killed Napoleon. In the 1800s, people thought that bad air, or miasma, caused cholera. To escape this deadly air, they took to the streets in the middle of the night, carrying around buckets of water to throw out their windows, hoping to dilute the miasma with fresh air. They also put plants in their rooms to absorb the bad air while they slept. And some even built entire rooms within their houses with glass walls and filled them with plants. This sounds insane, but it actually saved many lives. It turns out there really was something in the air, but it wasn't miasma. It was germs. Tiny invisible microbes so small you need a microscope to see them, like this one, cause disease. That's why we created a whole new field of study called germ theory to learn about them. But how did people in the 1800s come up with the idea of miasma? Well, they were actually on the right track. They just didn't have the right tools to understand what was really going on. Back then, people would get sick with cholera, a disease that causes severe diarrhea and can kill you in a matter of hours. People who survived cholera would often get better after being outside in the fresh air. So it seemed reasonable to conclude that the air could carry something that caused the disease. But if that's true, why don't we all get sick all the time? We're surrounded by germs everywhere. Well, it turns out that most germs can't make us sick. It takes the right conditions for them to grow and for us to get sick. Things like temperature, moisture, and yes, even the types of plants around us can affect whether or not we get sick. Plants can absorb some of the chemicals that make our air and water dirty. That's why those plants in the fancy glass rooms ended up saving a lot of lives. But the plants couldn't save everyone. And the reason some people would get better after a night outside is because they were exposed to fresh air, not because the fresh air absorbed the miasma. So, what old health myth do you still hear today? Let us know down in the comments. This video was made possible by a university and a grant from a federal institute. Their goal is to engage people like you and me in science and math. If you want to dive deeper into the science behind this video, check out the link below. Thanks for watching. See ya.